Glad you made it back, everybody. Here at the Chris Salcedo Show. Newly re-elected RNC chairwoman Ronna McDaniel has issued a call for unity from all the presidential candidates in 2024. Watch.
We haven't put the criteria out, but I expect a pledge will be part of it. It was part of 2016. I think it's kind of a no-brainer, right? If you're going to be on the Republican National Committee debate stage asking voters to support you, you should say, I'm going to support the voters and who they choose as the nominee.
Okay, here to react is host of Mary Walter Radio, Mary Walter, and president of the Reagan Legacy Foundation, syndicated columnist and Newsmax contributor, Mike Reagan. Hi, guys. Good to see you both. In 2016, this measure, as you all know, was intended to undermine President Trump. Mary, what do you think of this latest renewal for this? Who is it going to advantage this time?
I don't know who it does necessarily advantages. Maybe DeSantis if Trump, or pretty much whoever the nominee is, if it's not Trump, that's who it advantages. But I have to say, like I said, I don't think she should have been made head of the RNC again. I think she lost a lot of races that she should have won, and that's because of her. However, I like Republicans finally sticking together, even if they have to be forced to stick together. I don't know if they should have to sign the pledge to be on the debate stage, but, you know, Democrats understand that with the position comes power, and you can, you know, they acted like John Fetterman had a date on Jeopardy next week, right? So you do what you have to do. I think they should have to stick together, so I kind of like it.
Okay, Mike, how about you? Take a swing at it.
I'm going to take a swing at it. I think this is done on the behest of Donald Trump. He sees problems within the party. There's many people for him, the grassroots, but there's many people above the grassroots who are not for him. And he wants to make sure everybody's going to be on the same page if he wins the nomination of the party. And so he's getting everybody now to go in and say, yes, we will support the nominee of the party, because he really believes he's going to be the nominee of the party. As my father once said, never endorse in a primary, and he never did. But he says, always endorse whoever gets the nomination. He said, if you endorse in a primary, you end up with 50% of the people just hating you. And he says, I never did that. So, Michael, don't do it yourself.
Okay. Okay. So there may be something to this. Looks like the rules only apply to everybody except for never Trumpers. And I think this might lend to what you've been saying. Fox News board member Paul Ryan, here he is over the weekend. Watch.
Come 2024, the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, where will you be?
It depends on who the nominee is. I'll be here if it's somebody not named Trump.
You won't show up if it's not.
Yeah, I'm not interested in participating in that, no.
Okay, latest Rasmussen poll shows that Trump is the favorite to win the GOP primary against his competitors and hypothetical candidates. That's very early, but that's what the poll's showing. Therefore, according to Ronna's rules, a guy like Paul Ryan or even Mitt Romney can never be on the presidential debate stage. So, Mary, take another swipe at this. Do you think this actually might be, as Mike suggests, a way to help Trump?
Actually, I think, Mike, I never thought of that. So I'm so glad that she brought that up. I just automatically assumed that they're setting the rules to get Trump. I just want to know if we can get Mitch McConnell to make the same pledge that Paul Ryan just did. I could kind of get behind that. Less Mitch McConnell, less Paul Ryan. Okay. Where do I sign up? They're part of the old guard. They think we're stupid. They're part of the old guard who thinks that we can't make up our own minds. We don't know what's best for us. Let them tell us what's best for us. I hope that Mike is right and that this is to protect Trump, or that Trump is the one who's behind this. I think that that's brilliant, Mike, and I didn't think of it. So, kudos. I'm a little disappointed in myself.
You know, the other
well, Mike, hold on. You know,
okay.
Yeah, go ahead. The other side of the coin. Go ahead.
The other side of the coin is right now people are Googling Paul Ryan.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. But Mike, I think the broader discussion I think we have, and this is something your father understood innately, is that quite frankly, what unifies the party is having a unifying set of principles. The Republican Party isn't its candidates. It's just it doesn't mean anything to be a Republican these days. Don't they need to fix that first?
Well, listen, that's been a problem for a long time. As I said, you can't get, you know, Republicans can't get together in a phone booth. And that hasn't changed in the last 60 years. But you have to have a leader who's going to bring them together. And if you don't have the leader that's going to bring them together, you're in real trouble in a general election. You have to bring in the independents. You have to bring in the like-minded Democrats to the party. And I think that's the problem people are having right now. Can Trump win the primaries? Yes, but can he win the general election and bring in independents and bring in Democrats, which it's going to take to put him over the top to win the election in 2024?
Right, and having a set of principles, I'm just going to say this because everybody knows where the left wing stands. They stand for other countries, they stand for crime, they stand for everything that's been wrong with this country. And if your Republican Party is supposed to be the opposition party to that, then maybe you get some voters to come in for you. Just me, a little conservative over here making an observation. Mike Reagan and Mary Walter, thank you guys. Appreciate the time, as always, here on the Chris Salcedo Show.